What's up, boys? CB here, back again with another trading analysis. Today we had a great first day of the month. We made a total of $16,000 trading gold today. I only traded my live account, given the fact that I just didn't have one piece of my setup that I didn't present itself. It still had a great setup, but I just was missing this one piece. So I just rather risk the money on my live account, and then secondly, I didn't trade my live account the whole of last month. The last time I traded my account was the month of June, and we absolutely smashed June. So I had a lot of profits left on my live account. So I was like, you know what? I'll just risk the money. I'll just risk the profits that I made. Not all the profits, but I'll risk some of the profits. Well, not even some, probably like just a percent of the profits that I made in June on this trade because I didn't want to risk. Even though I could lose them, I could have afforded a loss on my fundeds. I just rather risk it on my live account. So that's the only reason I traded my live account today. So let's just get into the trading analysis. As you know, for those who may not, who are new to the channel, I always trade on the 15-minute chart. You know what I'm saying? I always trade on the 15-minute chart. As you can see, we got our 15-minute highs, 15-minute lows. Then we have our Asia highs, London highs, and then we have New York session highs from Friday that wasn't filled yet. All right. So coming in, you see we have a bearish trend. Yeah, we are in a bearish trend, right? So I'm like, okay, we also have this this new week opening gap right here that price filled. So I actually thought price was gonna fill this gap and then move higher, but it didn't. It just filled this gap and kept going down. But coming in, you see we got a break of this 15-minute low, right? Also, we with this break of this 15-minute low, I had this fair value gap that I marked out that I saw. Price then broke below this consequent encroachment of this fair value gap and then came back in and retested this fair value gap, right? Normally people would enter off of this, but because it was way too early, like this, I think this candle closed at 8:45. That was way too early. And I'm glad we didn't enter in because most likely our stops would have been at consequent encroachment, and then we would have targeted these lows. But good thing, like I said, I saved myself from a loss by just waiting because I actually thought price was gonna come back up to this 15-minute low and then move lower. You're right, but it didn't happen. As you can see, two candles later, two 15-minute candles later, which is 30 minutes later, we got another retest into this consequent encroachment of this bullish fair value gap. So it is respecting this gap, right? It's still continuing to inverse this gap, right? Also, it touched into this bearish gap right here, right? And then we also have a bearish order block right here, right? We have an order block, and then we have a bearish order block and a bearish fair value gap. Price came into the consequent encroachment of the bearish gap, respected it, tapped back into the inverse fair value in the inverse fair value gap, respected it, and closed aggressively below, right? But you remember earlier I was like, okay, we didn't get the one piece of the confirmation. Normally, what I would look for in a trade is for price to come into the 15-minute low or of this trade. For example, I mean the 15-minute high and the 15-minute low, but for the sake of this video, I wanted price to come into this 15-minute low because we were taking shorts, right? So I wanted price to come into this 15-minute low. I wanted to retest this 15-minute low and then move lower, but we didn't get it. We didn't get the 15-minute low. So this is what I was referring to earlier. We got everything else but this retest into this 15-minute low, right? So we had our confirmation marked out. As you can see, this is our confirmation right here, right? Confirmation is just where I would like price to close below. I would like for price to close below this price area, and then I would take the trade. So as you can see, price aggressively closed below this area. Let me put the stuff back. Right, so we took our shorts, we entered in right here, right? Instead of having our stops at the consequent encroachment of this first inverse, I just put it to the body of this bearish gap because this was a little bit too much of this is too high of a stop loss, and I would be risking way too much. So I just put my stops at the body of the bearish fair value gap, right? And then I targeted these lows. As you can see, we literally in two 15-minute candles, we smacked TP. We barely had any drawdown on this trade. We went up a little bit, but continued to just fall. And we didn't take no partials. We didn't put our stops to break even or nothing. We just fully closed. We just fully hit TP on this trade. It was executed very well. But the only thing was we was missing just that retest into that 15-minute low. But we still got a W trade. I still could get on here and explain my trade, explain my buys, explain what I was going through my head at the moment of when I was taking this trade. So wasn't as like I guessed, you know what I'm saying? The only thing is, like I said, it just didn't get the retest into the 15-minute low like I would want. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? We still got the win, we still executed great, we still, managed risk the way that we needed to, and that's just what matters, you know what I'm saying? So let's I hope you guys learned a lot from this video, you know what I'm saying? I hope you guys actually had a great, first day of the month. If you lost today, it's fine. If you broke even today, is cool. If you won today, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? We have the whole month left to, still recover from whatever, mistakes you may have made today. If not, I hope you guys keep on going. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys have a great month of August. And I will see you guys in the next video.